Hi there. In this tutorial we're going to be making a bass sound in FM8 which will be quite useful for progressive house or trance. It's just a solid smooth bass with a nice attack that should leave plenty of space for all your lead and vocal sounds to fit on top. So here's the sound we're going to be making today. So let's start off by creating a new sound in FM8 and we can go ahead and program these operators. So for this sound we're going to be using operators C through to F. We're also going to be using operator X and the filter operator Z. So take away that kind of routing and just route the filter to the output, but maybe just put it up to about 89. And then we can route these operators into the filter, all going at 100, so full volume, and actually X is just going to be at 30. And for these operators here, for F we're going to be having a sine wave, keeping it as a sine wave, a key sync it, and take the offset down to minus 1.47, and the ratio is going to be 0.4995, so just under 0.5 really, and these values are just going to help sort of thicken the sound up a little bit. Operator E we're going to put 1.5005, so kind of similar in the, sort of slight detuning in the opposite direction of F. This is going to be minus 2.11 on the offset here. And this stays at a sine wave as well, and we're going to key sync it again. D, operator D is going to be 1.4995 for the ratio, so it's just going in slight detuning in the opposite direction to E, and the offset we're going to take up to 0.19, and it's going to be a sine again and key synced. And for operator C, going to have this as a triangle, key sync it, and the ratio is going to be 1.0, and the the offset is going to be 1.00. The ratio is going to be 0.5005. So we've kind of set these operators to 1.5 and 0.5, and then just detune them ever so slightly, which is giving us that sort of thick chorusy like sound. So I'm going to feed some of these operators back into themselves. C is going to go 39. It's going to help just give the sound a little bit of aggression really. D we're going to go to 60. E we're going to go to 39. F we're going to go to 37. And then we're going to feed operator C into E by 44, and we're going to feed C into operator X at 29. Once we set up operator X, we'll hear the effect that sound is going to have, and also X is going to feed into operator D at 42. But it's not going to have an effect yet because we need to set up operator X. So the next thing to do really is probably, we can go to operator X here. Okay, we can push the cut up to 100, take the resonance down to 0 and push the amp up to 100. You can hear that a bit more, and we can turn on the saturator. We're going to saturate this noise a little bit here. So take the asymmetrical up to 82, keep the gain at 90, push the level up to 100. Okay, so next thing to do is set up the filter and pull the cutoff right down to 0 here, the resonance down to 0 as well. Keep filter 2 as it is, but take the resonance down to 0 actually. Both these filters stay as low pass and we take the mix, well, the mix and the routing and stuff like that, that stays the same. So you know, it's kind of routed to filter 2 and it's in serial mode. We're going to take the envelope amount up to 100, so the filter is now being controlled by this envelope down here, and we can go and set this envelope up here really, actually. Okay, so just pull the sustain up to about halfway there, just take the attack down a bit. So just getting a bit more of a percussive sort of sound here. Let me take this, Ben. What we can do is pull the release out here a little bit as well. And what we want to do as well, it sounds a bit funny at the moment, what we want to do is we want to link the envelope of the noise operator to the filter, so we've got the same shape. So we're just getting that noise, we're just getting that raspy sort of top end on the attack of the sound. So next thing to set up really is the rest of the envelopes for operators C through to F, and quite a simple envelope really. Just pull the sustain down a little bit, just drag it out, and just give it a little bit of a release as well, and then just link all these other operators to what we set in C, so we get the same envelope there, consistent envelope. And if you wanted to open up the filter, you could do, you get a nice consistent sound. And I might actually just take the level of the noise down a little bit. So next thing we could do is set up a pitch envelope here. If we take the envelope amount up to 100, it's not going to have an effect until we set something here. And what I'm going to do is zoom in pretty much as much as I can there, and just right click to get an extra node, right click again, and I'm going to do something like this, and this is just going to give us a real percussive attack. You know, we just got just by taking the attack up there of the pitch envelope. And if you check on the operators here, it's automatic when you set up a new sound in FM8, but all these operators are routed to the pitch envelope, so we're going to get that nice percussive attack to the sound. Okay, so we can go to the master panel here to sort of beef the sound up a little bit, give it 2 voices, take the detune up to about 37, and just give it a little bit of width. I don't want too much because it's a bass sound, so you know, bass frequencies should really stay in mono. Take the analog up to about 60. And what you could do here is take the transpose down, because it's a bass sound, so you know, if you want it to sort of a lower kind of low frequency, more beefy sort of sound there. Next thing I had on this sound was a tiny bit of reverb, not very much at all, because you know it's a bass sound, but just to make it a bit more dramatic really. I took the time's quite low, the dry wet down to about 30, and the bright and treble stay in the middle. So very subtle reverb, you know, just giving it a little bit of extra space. It's a sound pretty much done there. The riff I've got playing is right down at C2, sorry, which is why in the master panel I didn't pull this transpose down to -12. But let's have a listen to the sound. So there's our sound really, a plucky bass sound in FM8, maybe useful for progressive house or trance type genres. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Any questions, then get in touch and let us know. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.